Hello and welcome to the history of Babylon 5. Today's episode we're going to be covering the pak'ma'ra. And here we go. The pak'ma'ra were a sentient species and one of the younger races. They were members of the League of Non-Aligned Worlds and are members of the Interstellar Alliance. The pak'ma'ra civilization dawned around the Earth year 261 AD. And changed very little until their contact with other races, when they achieved spaceflight in 2186. First contact with other races came as quite a jolt to the pak'ma'ra's concept of the universe. Faced with an influx of new alien ideas, many of which they couldn't grasp, the pak'ma'ra became curious. After a long debate, it was decided to add a new task to their lives, the task of discovery. pak'ma'ra were sent out all over the galaxy simply to observe the other beings and hear their new ideas. These ideas would be brought back to the homeworld to be debated, and those which seemed logical were then adapted into pak'ma'ra culture, though very slowly. This change is continuous, and no one can quite guess where it might lead in the future. After their first contact, pak'ma'ra joined the League of Non-Aligned Worlds. And when the Earth Alliance established the Babylon 5 station, they sent their chosen spokespersons to serve as ambassadors. In December 2259, pak'ma'ra's space was one of 12 territories invaded by the Centauri Republic. And at the outbreak of the Shadow War, the pak'ma'ra followed along with the other races in the League of Non-Aligned Worlds, in the formation of the Army of Light, and the signing of the Babylon 5 Treaty. In 2261, after the Shadow War had ended, the pak'ma'ra were among those who suffered border attacks by the Drach. As a result, the pak'ma'ra were one of the races to accept the protection of the White Star Fleet, fearing rumors of a new, unknown, and powerful enemy. During the Earth Alliance Civil War, the pak'ma'ra joined the rest of the League of Non-Aligned Worlds in declaring all mutual defense treaties with Earth null and void, and later lent their support to Sheridan's campaign against the Clark regime. When the Interstellar Alliance was formed, the pak'ma'ra were among the first to sign up. As members of the new alliance, they agreed to share resources with other worlds, in compliance with the Declaration of Principles, including providing the Abbey with food shipments to see them through the next winter months. Along with the alliance memberships came the right to send recruits to the An-Lashak, and the pak'ma'ra were again among the first. At first, however, Sek Durhan and Sek Travail were at a loss for what to do with the pak'ma'ra refusal to speak anything but its own language, requiring them to use a translator, as well as its dietary requirements, an astonishingly foul smell, which necessitated moving its quarters in Tazalor away from the other recruits. They did consider using it for garbage disposal, but they were things that even the pak'ma'ra won't eat. Intlaza Dalen, however, saw that because of this, the pak'ma'ra, often being shunned and ignored, were perfectly suited to serve as couriers, infiltrators, and cryptologists. Biology. The pak'ma'ra are a large-bodied sentient multipeds, roughly humanoid in appearance, with a distinctive hump on the back. The head itself features 3 pairs of facial tentacles, enclosing a grinding maw, and an internal beak for digesting food. The beak can deliver a powerful nerve toxin capable of felling the equivalent of an Earth bull elephant in only 10 seconds. Their precise anatomy isn't easily apparent, as most pak'ma'ra wear clothing that tends to consist of long, thick robes encircling their entire body except the head. Though relatively slow creatures, pak'ma'ra are physically very strong and possess multiple limbs, including 2 arms with 3-fingered hands and 2 to 5 toeless legs. Their hairless skin is extremely tough and thick and can be colored in pale, mottled hues of grayish-brown or green with blue patterns. Reproduction cycles for the individual pak'ma'ra usually occur once every 5 Earth years, during which the pak'ma'ra will develop 6 to 10 nodes on their bodies, which grow and eventually drop off, developing into young pak'ma'ra offspring. Infant pak'ma'ras are born with gills, and so spend the first few years of life in saltwater, before gradually metamorphosizing from larval to terrestrial form, losing the gills and developing air sacs instead. After emerging onto land and joining the community, a mature pak'ma'ra can reach the average height of 150 to 200 centimeters and an average weight of 67 to 157 kilograms. The pak'ma'ra are carrion eaters, subsisting exclusively on dead, putrefying animal flesh of just about any creature, alien or otherwise, including mammals, reptiles, and birds, though not saltwater fish. Feeding usually takes the form of a once-a-week gorging on carrion, preferably 5 days dead and decayed. Their ability to eat such a wide variety of organic matter stems from their upper intestinal system, which can destroy harmful bacteria on a selective basis, making them extremely resistant to bacterial infection. It was because of their unique method of food digestion and expulsion that Babylon 5 was equipped with special toilet facilities for pak'ma'ra use only. This may, however, been out of consideration for the other aliens as much as for the pak'ma'ra. Often overlooked because of their perceived lazy and obnoxious personalities, pak'ma'ra are extremely intelligent and extremely curious. pak'ma'ra eyes can perceive the infrared spectrum, and as such see the world around them as blobs of varying heat. Though not true amphibians like the abii, pak'ma'ra do breathe water for several years while in their larval state, though they do lose this ability when they mature into air breathers. However, once developed, their air sacs can process a number of atmospheres including oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Military. The pak'ma'ra have no interest in conflict, but interaction with other races has shown them that they needed to be able to defend themselves. Though not very maneuverable, their ships are surprisingly fast and heavily armed, with weapons that pack a heavy punch. pak'ma'ra ground defenses are even deadlier, and the rugged terrain and dense atmosphere of pak'ma, their homeworld, makes invasion unlikely for any but the most powerful races. They have been known to purchase military ships from other races, and have also been known to scavenge for technologies. Hey, thank you for watching the history of Babylon 5. Special thanks to the Babylon Project for all information you heard today. Hey, if you'd like to know more about the pak'ma'ra, check out the link I have in the description. That'll take you straight to the pak'ma'ra page in the Babylon Project. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.